Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of those fucking Pokemon Wi-Fi battles that you all jizz over and love to watch and stuff, and I love to do them, so I'm fucking doing it. So, this is a battle against NeuroToxxin. It's one of them Pokemon Black and White types of things and stuff. I'm leading off with hand jobs because that's basically the only lead I have on my Pokemon Black and White game for now, and that's how it's happening. Sends in an Arcanine, hit that fucker with a fake out, and then I decide I'm gonna U-turn up on out of there because I'm not really liking the Intimidate shit. So I go into watching just because I know this thing can basically fucking like take 13 dumps right on top of this Arcanine guy. So he goes for the Flutter Blitz. Of course he gets a burn, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck, man? I send out my Slowking, and I get burned by this fucking dog, and it's just, oh, come on. So now he sends out this Milotic-looking grass fucker, and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna hit you with a Surf. So I do that, and he gets hit with a Surf, and that does like nothing. Actually, you know, it actually did a pretty good amount. So I'm getting hurt by burn, and it kind of sucks. He goes for like Tanga Magaka Nakadiga Samdi Tiram Gay, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And it basically just makes his stats go skyrocketed. So I'm just gonna go for a Toxic while I can, and I'm just gonna wait for this thing, my Slowking to die anyways, because I mean, it's not really working out anyways. So I switch out. I decide I'm going to save him for maybe some possibly death fodder later, and I'm just going to go and enjoy your age because I knew some sort of physical grass-type move was going to come my way. And the Slowking Wheezing combo is actually working quite nicely lately because Pro and the resistances are helping each other out. So he uses Rest, and then his Chesto Berry wakes him up. I knew he was probably going to have a Chesto Berry. I go for the Toxic, predict that shit. Fucking awesome, because now he's poisoned again, and he's just gonna get damaged until he wants to use a Rest again. And you know, that's probably not gonna be a very good choice, because then he's gonna be asleep for a while. Now he goes for like Dragon Arisha Samdiam Rengahe Magoya Samdiam Tiram Gay, and I'm like, what the fuck? Whoa. And it Dragon Tail, or whatever the hell that shit's called. Anyways, what that does, it's basically kind of like Roar, but it's just some sort of dragon type of shit, and it roars me into this Haydunn guy. I'm a fucking ninja, so I'm ready to bulk up. I get one bulk up, and then he hits me with a Leaf Blade. It's cool because it doesn't do very much at all because I have a bulk up. Anyways, I go for a Stone Edge just because that's the only the move I wanted to use, and it doesn't miss, and I'm like, fuck yeah, Sea King. So he brings out a Raikou. Raikou's just gonna go for an Extrasensory. I knew it just was happening. I just didn't know if I wanted to go anything else to take it. I was hoping he didn't have it, but of course he does. I get a safe switch into hand Bapom though, with a hand jobs thing, as he brings out a fucking turtle. And I'm like, hey, wait a second, I like turtles. Ha, the fucking YouTube joke. Anyways, I go for the U-turn just because I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get the fuck on out of here because my Ambipom isn't gonna be able to hurt this guy with his fucking huge ass cannons and shit. Look at this. He uses Surf. Alright, this turtle's got huge fucking like Astro cannons on his back. But when he uses Surf, he doesn't even use his cool fucking cannons. Like if I was that turtle, I'd be just blasting fuckers with my cannons daily. But anyways, watching comes in. I go for the Toxic, predicting a goddamn switch, but of course it misses, and yeah, that's not too good at all. But anyways, I get hurt by burn, and he's just gonna hit me with a T-bolt. I'm pretty much thinking I'm just gonna let him die because I don't have anything I can go into, and it's just a big old pain in the cock. So I'm just gonna go into hand jobs. Ambipom works surprisingly well against 5th gen battles. You know, it's kind of cool. But anyways, I go for the fake out, and that's working out for me. So he switches out his Raikou, goes into his Beast-ass Cannon Blastoise guy, gets hit with a double hit, which really doesn't do anything at all. I'm like, dude, you've got a huge fucking shell. How's my little monkey supposed to hurt you in any way? So, Handjobs gets out of there because this guy doesn't even have a penis because he's a turtle, and I switch out of there. I go into gear because look at this thing. It's fucking awesome. I get hit with a Surf, not really bothering me because leftovers, and it does less than half, so I'm in a good position here. I just go for a T-Bolt, hope that kills. I'm like, come on, and it kills. I'm like, yeah! So my gears is spinning up a storm here. Look at this fucking thing all fast. He sends out question mark, 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 and I'm going to go for a Protect just because I want to see what he's going to use. He goes for Flare Blitz. I get some leftovers after that too. That's one of the other reason I went for the Protect. And I send out my aides. So he predicts a switch and goes for the Morning Sun, which is a pretty good play on his part, I suppose. Really didn't make much of a difference actually, but yeah. So that happens. He switches out of there and he goes into Shot Bus, and I'm like, oh god, what the fuck is this thing gonna do? So I try to go for the Toxic, but of course it misses again, and I'm like, ugh. He goes for a light screen with this guy, and I have my mindset that this thing is a normal type guy. You can look at this little fucking like, what, I don't even know what that thing is supposed to be, but look at this little white guy. You'd think that thing would be a normal type Pokemon. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp, and he avoids it, and I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking, still in my mind, this guy's a normal type, right? No big deal. So I'm just gonna go into fucking grinding. I'm gonna go for a T-Bolt or something, or no, actually I'm gonna I don't remember. But he goes for a fire move, and I'm like, what? You're a normal type. How are you using these fire type moves on my fucking floating gears that somehow puts off as a Pokemon? Anyways, he goes for his other Japanese name move, and he kills me off, and I'm like, dude, I really need to like check out the typings of these guys before I just assume what they are. So I go into my dragon thing. I'm gonna stop using this guy actually from now on, guys, because he's like really too good. I go for a dragon dance because I know he's not gonna be able to hurt me with his fire moves, because now I know that he's fire, and that's cool. I think he's actually fire and psychic. Yeah, he's fire and psychic. So I go for the Brick Break. No, I actually didn't know yet. I go for the Brick Break thinking that he was fire, a normal type still, but of course it doesn't fucking do anything, and I'm like, whoa. You're also a psychic type, aren't you? So I'm gonna go for an Earthquake now, because here's the time. Now I know that he's fire and psychic. So, get off an Earthquake. Would have been nice if I got that earlier, but of course not. Now he sends out question mark, question mark, question mark. Gets an Intimidate off, but not that big of a deal. I'm gonna get hit with an Extreme Speed. I know I can live that because Arcanine's pussy ass shit. And I'm gonna go for an Earthquake, hoping that kills with I don't have any +1 attack because of the Intimidate, but it kills, and I'm like, yeah. So now he sends out Boss Set, and I know he probably has a Focus Sash, because when in the world do you ever see a Aerodactyl that isn't Focus Sash that was a lead? So I go for the Outrage just because I'm cool. And he does have a Focus Sash, which is alright, I guess, and he just goes for an Earthquake, and that is going to take out my LOL what. So that's neat. I'm just going to go into Hand Jobs, smack this guy right in the fucking dick. Oh god, look at that. That fucking had to hurt. Right in the cock. So he dies, and then what happens? He sends out his question mark guy. I'm thinking I'm going to switch out because I need Ambipom. I know that Ambipom's Fake Out's going to be able to kill him in one hit, so I have to go into Enjoy Your Raids. I have to let Enjoy Your Raids die to a T-Bolt. So after he dies, I'm going to bring in Ambipom, smack this fucker right in the face, and that's going to be the end of the game. So Handjobs comes in, gives this guy one last hand job. He just jizzes all over the place, and then I win the game. So good game, NeuroToxxin, and yeah. And Tauros sees what your ass did there, so yeah, can't hide that shit from him. Attention, buddy. My YouTube background I'm currently using was made by Lyrics HD, so go ahead and check out his channel. You can just click on the link there, and go subscribe to him if you like my background and stuff later.